What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology, the Titans action. Spawning in the top of the map, in the red color, playing as Thor, a fellow bald man, possibly more handsome than this, but that's probably not that difficult. His name is Suppe. His opponent today in the blue color, playing as Zeus. His name is Count Von Count. County McCount. Onwards and upwards. We'll see how this game's going to go. Zeus versus Thor on Painted Desert. Painted Desert. Painted Desert. This map, you know, sometimes I think this map is really good, and other times I think this map is really bad. Now, I haven't quite worked out why I feel this way, why I've got this opinion in the back of my head about this map. I've got this like preconceived notion where I'm like, yay, Painted Desert. And other times I'm like, damn it, Painted Desert. I haven't quite worked it out. So if you guys have that same kind of mixed feelings on the inside about this map, I'd love it if you could articulate those to me in some way, shape, or form. Because I'm not sure if it's just because this, I'm not sure what it is about this map, but it rubs me the right and the wrong way from time to time. And I just want to understand myself at the very least. But we do have ourselves a Zeus versus Thor matchup. A Zeus versus Thor matchup in the very least, with Suppe playing as Thor. I love watching Suppe playing Norse. I think he's one of the most interesting Norse players out there, though we are seeing him do something that I kind of disagree with at the very beginning here, from the get-go, with Norse, with Thor, which is place the Dwarven Gold Mine down against Zeus. I think this is very, very risky a lot of the time. He's got more than enough hunt in his main base here to get a really fast classical age time without dropping the Dwarven Gold Mine. There's a couple of build orders which can actually allow you to do a lot of really good things. Not only that, he's actually got this gold mine over here that he can share the gold and the wood with. So he could have done some pretty cute stuff in the early stages of the game where he drops, say, a couple of villagers over onto the gold here, puts the ox cart here, chops down this tree here, trades the wood, uses the ox cart for two drop sites for a little bit. And then once he has the wood that he needs, like he did over here, pull these villagers off, jump onto this hunt over here, and effectively have the exact same type of advance time that he's going to have here. However, one thing that Suppe is going to get now, potentially, that he wouldn't have got... No, actually, maybe he would have been able to get this otherwise. But one thing he's going to be able to do here, regardless of whatever I've just said, and maybe it's going to be a really big deal, is that he will actually be able to start producing Hersur straight away here, which is going to be a huge deal. I would have actually loved to see Suppe eat one more zebra here and produce Hersur straight away, because he's going to get himself one more villager out. He's going to have 5 villagers on wood in the end, 6 villagers on food. And in my opinion, this build order here isn't that much better than had he just jumped onto this location early game and shared the ox cart. But that's just me, and that's me being a diva about not placing the Dwarven Gold Mine down at the start of a game. Then again, being able to notice that you can save the Dwarven Gold Mine at the start of the game is actually quite hard to do. So you kind of have to like view the map, and it obviously not casting it in 0.00 seconds is a thing where that's concerned. So we'll have, I don't know. I don't know what the solution is there, whether it's just every single game don't cast Dwarven Mine, or every single game do cast Dwarven Mine, and you just kind of have to deal with whatever the map comes, or if you say, I'm going to give it a couple of seconds here to make a decision in the early game and just take that as the way to play. I don't actually know what the answer is, but we'll see how the game's going to turn out here, as Suppe's going to be dropping his temple, a second temple down. This is different. This is very different. Suppe is going double temple to spam Hersur out, ladies and gentlemen, here in this matchup to try and deal with some sort of Count Von Count shenanigans here. Count Von Count's gone for a 4:16 advance time, a little bit delayed. He's getting himself out the Jace, and I'm sure his house is going to be dropping fairly soon. This is kind of the way that I like to do... Zeus, but if you forget to drop your house, It's really bad. It can be really bad. And Count Von Count has forgotten to drop the house. His Minotaur getting pushed back into his main base over there. The military academy coming through. There's the hoplite. I'm sure he's going to notice now that he cannot afford anything to be produced at this point. Archery Rangers out. And we do see the troll coming through. And Soup drops. The Soupage is here. As the Jason is going to bash that one away and try and get through, and Soup is going to just continue to block this this bad boy in. As we do look at this, the logouts getting built up here. He prevents the Jason from escaping him in this game, and Count Von Count is down a Jason already here. That was such incredible play there from Soup. Well played there, utilizing the longhouse to get a building block there and not cheesing with the walls. I love it. See, you didn't even need it. You didn't even need your wall hotkey, Soup. But now he's just going mass troll, not mass trolls, he's going mass Ursa and going for Hall of Thanes here. This is absolutely wild. We'll have to wait and see how it's going to go for Soup. One of the huge advantages of going Ursa over going like human units, not necessarily just in this matchup, but for Thor, is that surely he can escape that way. It looks like a little bit of pathing issues here for Soup as he's trying to retreat through here. His Ursa and not being the friendliest as he does pull them back. But one of the biggest advantages that Ursa have over human units is that armory upgrades affect them with an extra 5%. They're extra 5% effective. So we'll see if Soup wants to drop an armory and try and find an advantage where that's concerned. We do see the healing spring getting dropped here for Soup right in the middle of the map. It's very dangerous, potentially giving a healing spring over to Count Von Count here, kind of in a big way. But the Hall of Thanes is in now for Soup. He's got 5.3 speed Ursa here, and he's going to push around the sides of the map or of this army. He's going to actually be able to take this all out. Might have to be a restoration angle here from Count Von Count, and he does do that. Bolts down one Ursa, and the Ursa are going to be retreating away for the time being here as Soup's villagers are starting to fall on this location. He will be pulling off here. He loses one villager as the Gatherer is getting taken out here as well, as the Ursa are going to be returning back in onto this location here where it's still seeing the Ursa getting built. The armory is now up for Soup. We'll see what he's going to do. He does have this hunt in the corner of the map. He's got these zebra over here to boot as the villagers on this location is sneaking up to the top side of the map here. Soup is being incredibly greedy by doing that as the Ursa retreating out this way. We'll see if Count Von Count is going to be chasing that away or not as the villagers do spot this. And it looks like Count Von Count is finding himself in a bit of a difficult position here. The armory is up. Did he get himself shields or something? No shields just yet. 67 population for Soup to Count Von Count's 54 population. Count's resources very, very low at this moment. We'll see if he can hold on in these fights as that Minotaur is just about to get sniped down. We see the villagers getting pulled off of the zebra over here, getting involved in the fight, trying to take out these Ursa as best as he possibly can, as it looks like the Ursa, they might be able to squeeze out not necessarily a win here in terms of the fight, but a decent trade at the very least. And he's going to have to retreat back. Those villagers here for Soup need to retreat as well. Soup's now 48 population, Counts at 45 population, and now really Soup has to figure out a different way forward as he's eating all these chickens up. He does have this hunt over here, and over here to eat as the villagers going to be retreating back home. Loses another villager there as Count is sniping very, very nicely here as the Ursa coming back into the middle of the map looking for picks onto the Toxote here as well, as Soup trying to retreat back with this Ursa away from this army. As it looks like the Toxote gets sniped down. Nice play there from Soup as Count Von Count wandering into the main base of Soup here. He finds the gold mine. He's going to try and snipe off another dwarf here or something. He gets that. It's almost a pseudo gold starve at this point here for Count Von Count. As I mean, Soup could move over onto this gold mine, could move over onto this gold mine. He can basically do whatever he wants here. He's got 300 gold in the bank as well to produce some stuff, and he's got 60 favor in the bank as well to build trolls if he so chooses. As he does get out another pair of golden lions here, as the army going to be swinging up to the top side of the map. We do see the dwarves all coming up over here as well as the Ursa check out about this hunting spot, but Count Von Count is no longer there. Count Von Count back into his main base, eating up goats and everything. We see some walls coming down, finishing up with his hunt over here, and he's just gonna slowly but surely eat all of his food in his main base, try and be nice and safe here as this Herso does get caught out. He does have himself bronze shields now on those Herso, and it's actually such a huge deal. 38% pierce armor on a 156 HP unit. What that means is that these Herso, they should be incredibly powerful against the Toxotes. But the problem is he still does... Oh, I take that back. He now has himself copper mail here. This is going to make a big difference in the army, but Suppe has got so many resources in the back. I would love to see an extra longhouse down or an extra temple to continue building more and more of these Herso as Suppe tries to get the Herso onto the back of these Toxotes here to take the fight as best as he can. 80 population for Suppe. Count Von Count at 78 population. No upgrades for his Toxotes here as Suppe's coming through, and it looks like he may be able to win this fight. Good micro here from Suppe, keeping that Herso alive. Low HP Herso manages to pull away, and it looks like just barely Count Von Count is just barely winning this fight. He has a couple of hoplites remaining, potentially making some throwing axemen out. He wouldn't have gone astray either here for Suppe. He's got a lot of, he doesn't really have a lot of resources in the bank right now, but he does need to spend just a little bit better than he is, as the remaining hoplites here are all going to fall to the Herso, but more units flowing in for Count Von Count. It's still incredibly close here on the population for both players. 66 population apiece here as the villagers move over onto these deer on the bottom side. We will be seeing the dwarves attempting to retreat off of this position here as Suppe's still trying to pump more and more units out. I think the majority of this population has to be in villages at this point. Count Von Count may not have been producing villages or something. 74 of 105 population. The army looks really healthy here for Count Von Count though, as Suppe's pulling back into his main base. He can come back onto this main gold mine. We do see the Herso going after units in the middle of the map. Exactly what you want to be doing when you've got yourself the speed advantage here, as we see the dwarves coming over onto this gold mine over here. The villagers do get spotted on this location here as well, as they're going to get sniped down nicely, and the hoplites pulling into the main base of Count Von Count here as well. We'll see how it's all going to come through now, as Count's now pushing onto this gold mine as well. Suppe retreating back up to the top side, and this gold mine is, I mean, just shank him, yes, shank him down. Toxotes only have 60 HP, so, and the dwarves don't actually run faster, but if you don't micro it perfectly, they're just going to pick that one off. As now Count Von Count, I'm sure he's got a long way to walk over to the other side of the map. We do see our second town center coming down for Count Von Count. This is kind of off meta in a way. It's a very offbeat move in the middle of a Athena rush, so to speak, an Athena rush, if that's what you want to call this. But normally the strategy for Zeus players is to stay one town center, go full population, and go Mythic Age through Hera is generally the play when your opponent is also going one town center. But it looks like Count Von Count doesn't feel like that's going to be working for him here. Suppe here, on the other hand, he does spot this, and he's going to be... He spots it too late. The troll comes in, but it's too late. Going to be moving in onto this position. 14 Herso here for Suppe. And Count Von Count on the other side of this has got 12 hoplites, and he's got himself 6 Toxotes. Look at this Suppe Herso at this point. 42% hack army here. They are so absurdly strong at this point, as Count Von Count is going to be retreating back into his main base here, sitting underneath the town center as best as he possibly can. We do see the troll is coming in to hit some villager kills over here, but we'll see what Suppe's plan is after all is said and done. There's still hunt in the middle of the map. We do see a cheeky raid coming in onto this gold mine, but Suppe's Herso has spotted that as he's moving across the map. The big problem here for Count Von Count has to be he's gone 2 town centers and he needs to get a second gold mine here. That's the problem here for Count Von Count. And Suppe here, I reckon he should just keep getting armory upgrades. He's getting himself iron shields, ladies and gentlemen. He's got 47% pierce armor, 42% hack armor, and 9.6 damage Herso at 13 minutes and 30 seconds into the game. They are so absurdly strong here. And Count Von Count, I don't know where he's going to go, but there isn't really a gold mine on the map that he can actually go to. as we see the granary getting sniped down over on that position, as obviously the bottom position here is where where Count Von Count is most naturally going to be moving to. It's the closest place, but we'll see how it's all going to go. Now, Suppe moving into the main base. He will be seeing those villagers coming over onto this gold mine here. We'll see what his reaction is going to be with his army here as Count Von Count's getting closer and closer to his 100 population. Meanwhile, we see villagers coming back over here onto these zebra. There are still zebra in the middle of the map, as well as some rhino over here that haven't been eaten either, as the villagers trying to shank down this longhouse. Obviously, Suppe will be moving over onto this position, and the villagers are going to be retreating back. But now the villagers, I think that Count Von Count smartly here is going to be moving back over onto this storehouse, as Suppe kind of baited here in a little way, as the troll going to be moving out away from this army, coming in onto this position over here, as the Toxotes and the Hoplites coming through. And we'll see how things are going to go here, as now Suppe pushes in and around. He's got himself 16 of the tankiest Hursars you're ever going to see. He should literally just take this fight. There's no way he loses this fight at this point with that many upgrades. Maybe he's waiting for the next upgrade coming out of his armory. No, there's nothing coming through. He can advance. He's going up through Skadi already. 14 or Bragi. This is very, very scary time to be alive if you are a mass armory Thor fanatic. Is Bragi when he could have been going for Skadi? I think Suppe's playing a little bit too scared here. His units are absurdly strong at this point, and he is allowing Count Von Count to get basically a free boom here with these two town centers up. This gold mine over here being grabbed from. We do see the Ursa retreating back home. Suppe's going to be going for a town center here. Obviously, Suppe's economy has been hit a little bit in this game as well. He has lost a handful of villages after the raids the Count Von Count's going to be doing. He was kind of trading nicely, but I think even with the score being the way it is right now, Bragi coming through as well, you'd have to expect that Count Von Count's economy is going to be in a better position than Suppe's moving forward in this game. So Suppe will have to make somewhat of a play here to win this game. Just grabbing this town center. What I wouldn't mind seeing from Suppe here is a really, really early Mythic Age behind this as the next kind of step, seeing as he didn't go for like kind of the all-in in the classical age with his brutally strong Hursa. But it looks like Battle Ball are going to be coming out for Suppe here. More Hursa getting trained as well. It's so absurdly strong. He's got bronze weapons as well. I probably would have liked to have seen, instead of bronze weapons, iron shields here. Not iron shields, iron mail here. Just because I think that I think that's a little bit more useful than the weapons, as we do see some trolls coming in onto this position to check out exactly what's happening here. The walls are up over on this position as well to defend against those, to defend against any sort of sneaky gold mine grabs. As is Count Von Count going next age. Here's the big thing. If Count Von Count can get to the heroic age through Apollo, he can actually run away here. He's going to be utilizing this wall blue really, really nice. This is going to be very, very tense here. We see some walls coming up on this position. This is 100% Count Von Count's game plan here. He's waiting for flaming weapons. He's going to run through these walls as well, and attempt to retreat back through an underworld, I guess, as the villagers retreating back on this position here. He's going to be losing a lot of villagers to this flaming weapons here. And let's check out Suppe as well. Is he getting a market up? He doesn't have the gold at this point. He's still pumping out battle balls here as he's trying to push through on this position, going after those villagers here as they run through the walls on the back. Good positioning here from Count Von Count. This battle ball needs to get into the actual fight, stop taking down this military academy, as Count Von Count's positioning here is out of this world good at this point. These are 19.2 damage per second Hursa here, and they are, simply put, not really trading as effectively as they should be. And this is all because of this one wall and this one military academy. Beautiful play here from Count Von Count, but Suppe is in a really strong position. Nonetheless, he's got 130 population. He's got a ton of Hursa coming out. He does have to be a little bit mindful of the fact that there will be Hippaspis coming through very shortly here for Count Von Count. So moving away from the mass Hursa into raiding cavalry is going to be a really, really smart move here, preemptively to some degree, as the Hursa do manage to take out the Manticore on this position. The battle ball going to be moving in over here as well to start trying to take down the town center. And the Heracles here will be trying to pop out and dealing with these battle board, but the town center looks like it's going to be going down. And after all is said and done, Count Von Count cannot hold here in this game. And Suppe has shown yet another style of Norse which absolutely devastates the Zeus Athena rush. He has finally worked it out after all of these long years that the combination of Hersa plus armory upgrades is so potent against Zeus Athena rush. I wonder if there's anything here that Count Von Count could have done better to get some sort of an advantage here in this game, because I don't think that Count Von Count played this one suboptimally at all here. I don't think I would have gone for the second town center here. I think I would have continued to stay one town center and try and eat these rhino over here, try and grab this gold mine, eat these rhino before I farmed, and just sit on that and try and get a fast Hera out. But my God, this is nearly fully upgraded. He's got iron shields and bronze weapons, bronze mail at, I think it was at like 15 minutes that he had these upgrades, which is like almost late game. If he just needs 2 more upgrades, and yes, they cost a lot with the iron mail, iron weapons, like 400, and yeah, I think it's just 400, 500, 400 or something, but super expensive in the end of the day. But he manages to make it work. Absolutely insane game here from Suppe. Always the innovator. If you guys enjoyed this one, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next game.